Okay, these are the after show notes. I'm having this observation that I think is interesting, which is it's interesting because I'm bringing up things that have been my MO really basically my whole life. And it's interesting because it's often where you're kind of debunking them in the podcast, which, part of me, I'm like, oh, I sound a little bit dumb, but I don't mind because I'm like, I'm learning with the listener. And I mean, part of me thinks there's value in it because to me, PSI is new and such a small percentage of the population is, I don't even know how many people in the world even know about PSI, like 300 or less. I mean, it seems pretty niche.
It has room to grow.
Okay, yes, how's your go? And yet, things that I'm bringing up, like therapy, AA, stuff like that, it's, I think more people probably have been exposed to those things. And so it's still my training kind of thought process point of view, you're helping me to see the other ways. But sometimes I'm like, is this even helpful? Like, why did I even bring this up? But then I'm like, I think seeing you debunk it kind of is helpful.
Oh, it is helpful.
Okay.
And as I look at the history of ideas, there's like a 100 to 500 year lead up time to ideas becoming mainstream.
Yes.
It's like, how did AA become such an international phenomenon?
Yeah, it's like how many years old now? It's old.
It's
100? I
it's been
don't know.
around for a long time, but
1950s? I don't
but
know.
but there was probably 100 years of positive psychology and affirmations that
Hmm.
preceded it that finally led to this application.
Hmm.
It's just like Monitor said that artists and visionaries are not living in the future. They're living in our time. It's the rest of
Hmm.
us who are living in the past. And we need
Yes.
to catch up to their vision of what's
Yes.
happening now. And in
Yes.
the same way, there are ideas which come about. Like if you think that self-help and positive thinking is a new age thing since 1980, I mean, there are books from the 1880s that talk
Hmm.
about positive thinking. Actually, you can go all the way back to the Stoics, and the Stoics probably got a fair amount of what they taught about in ancient Greece from the Buddhists. And the
Hmm.
Buddhists were influenced, I mean, they came out of a Hindu culture. And the Hindus got their ideas probably from the Rishi sages who came from somewhere else. And so these ideas come and they reach um, a critical point. They have their fruiting,
Hmm.
they come to the ripeness
Yeah.
where it's digestible and people are ready to accept it. So
Hmm.
what was a fringe book or a niche idea in 1850, in 1950 is going to be acceptable.
Yes.
And so, PSI didn't just come out of nowhere.
Mhm.
Harvey studied with Bella Karish and Wayne Guthrie, and they were influenced by other people, and they were influenced by other people. And then there's um, the Theosophy movement started by Madame Blavatsky, and from Theosophy came um, Rudolf Steiner, and Gurdjieff
Hmm.
had studied Theosophy at some point, and he studied with the Sufis. And who did the Sufis learn? Like it just things
Yeah.
come and then they appear in a time and a place. But these ideas are being transmitted in the mental plane, even before they're written down, even before they're spoken,
Hmm.
and they're being thought by the great masters, by the ascended masters, by our souls, by our high selves as our angels to bring about these gradual and progressive evolutions in human consciousness.
Hmm.
So what we do today, it doesn't matter if it's 300 or 3 million or 3 billion people
Hmm.
who consciously hear it. The act of us speaking these thoughts
Hmm.
of self-love, of self-empowerment, of tolerance, all these concepts that we're talking about, they are they are now a positive contribution
Mm-hmm.
helping to neutralize the toxic thoughts that others are putting out there and to bring light where there's darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And if not in our lifetime, and even if other ideas come about, they will have been influenced by PSI. I mean, look at internal family systems, IFS.
Mm-hmm.
Consciously, it would have nothing to do with the PSI method, but it actually came after Harvey
Mm-hmm.
introduced PSI.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that the work of Bella and Wayne and Harvey undoubtedly influenced the
Mm-hmm.
creator of that system, but at a subconscious level.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mm-hmm.
like calculus appeared in two different countries at almost the exact same time.
Yeah.
And most people didn't know that the other person was working on calculus as a method of
Yes.
mathematics. Or two different people came up with the theory of evolution, and they were like living 20 miles apart from each other in England.
Mm-hmm.
And both of them were afraid to publish their works. So they kept it on the down low for decades.
Mm-hmm.
So we see many examples of this in history,
Mm-hmm.
and a good idea finds its time, and there are always the forerunners who carried the torch until more people were ready to see the light.
Yes. Yes.
And ultimately, because we're one life and one love, to help one person is to help the universe, and to hurt one person is to hurt the universe.
Oh, bummer. That's rough, but I guess it's the law goes
That's the
both ways.
law. It goes both ways.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure it's helpful. I mean, I'm thinking it's helpful because I would imagine I am more mainstream oriented still. And so I would imagine that people listening to this who maybe are not already familiar with PSI might be thinking some of the things that I'm thinking. And my hope is maybe because part of me is like, why do I even say it? That's not helpful. We don't I like it's not even done. AA, no, we're not doing that anymore. We're doing PSI. It's better. Why did
Well,
I even talk about it?
I mean, we trust the process, and you brought it up, or it was brought up and brought out through you
Hmm.
for a higher reason that we trust.
Okay. Then we'll go with that.
It's all good.
It's
All good.
all good in the neighborhood. Okay. If you say so, then we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. We'll see you next time.
All right, my
Bye
friend.
for
See you next
now.
time. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Okay, bye.